On this video, I would like to work at what I call Christological Hebrew grammar in Isaiah 42, 1 and following, speaking of the servant of the Lord, which I understand through New Testament lenses to have its final application in Jesus Christ. But I want to do the grammar and work through it. Hein abdi et mak bo. Behold my servant, whom I will uphold. Et mak is from tamak, a cow imperfect first person singular, to uphold. And then we have the repetition in the parallelism, Behiri ratzata nafshi. My elect, my soul delights, probably in whom understood. My soul delights. Here we have Hebrew parallelism, my servant and my elect, and my soul, ratzata, is from ratzah. It's the cow perfect, third feminine singular from ratzah, going with soul. And I think of the New Testament, at the baptism of Jesus, this is my beloved Son, in whom I delight. Then we go on, Natati ruhi alav. I have put my spirit upon him. Natati is from Natan. It is the cow perfect, first common singular from Natan. So I have put my spirit, ruhi, alav, upon him. And I'm reminded how the Spirit descended upon Jesus like a dove at his baptism. Mishpat legoyim yotzi. He will make right, or right to the nations. He will cause to go forth. Justice to the nations. And Jesus certainly taught that in the Sermon on the Mount, but also bringing, can I say, reconciliation among people through his death upon the cross. So, right to the nations he will bring forth. Yotzi is from Yatzah, and here we have a Hifil imperfect, third masculine singular from Yatzah. Historically, it was a Pei Vav verb. It is an infinitive. Yao-tzi historically became Yotzi, with the Pathak and the Vav coalescing, forming a Holim Vav. And so he will bring justice, that which is right, to the Goyim. And of course, Jesus taught justice, where he said to love your neighbor as yourself. And he illustrated it by the way he lived and by his life. And so again, I see a tremendous parallel in the New Testament to Jesus as the quiet servant of the Lord. Lo yitzhak velo yisav. That is, he will not cry out nor lift up. And I think the thought would be his voice. Lo yitzhak is from sa'ak, to cry. It's the cow imperfect, third masculine singular. And velo yisa, from the root nasa, notice it's the cow imperfect, third masculine singular. Yin sa became yisa, where the noon, by progressive assimilation, went into the scene here. cow imperfect, third masculine singular. So he will not cry out nor lift up. And then the second or the next line goes on to describe what he is saying. He will not cry out nor lift up his voice uh, to be heard in the street. So velo yashmiya bachutz kolo. He will not cause to be heard on the outside. In other words, he's gentle on the outside, his voice. Yashmiya is the Hifil imperfect, third masculine singular from Shama. Notice the thematic vowel pattern of a pathak followed by a hirik yod. So he will not cause his voice to be heard on the outside. I see Jesus as that gentle servant in the way that he went about his life. And he taught, uh, blessed are those that are gentle. And he taught that at every point and lived it out. And then, kaneh ratzutz lo yishbor. A bruised reed he will not break. Ratzutz is from ratzatz, to break. It's a cow passive participle. Notice the commas followed by the shurik, the AU vowel pattern. So a bruised reed he will not yishbor, cow imperfect, third masculine singular. He will not break. In other words, he will not hurt even the weakest, the marginalized, and so forth. And then the text goes on, U pishta checha cheha lo yechabena. And a dimly burning wick, he will not quench it. Pishta cheha, a wick that's dimly burning, he will not yechabenu. He will not quench it or put it out. Another PL imperfect, third masculine singular, with a pronominal suffix in the ah. So he will not quench it. The amed yotzi mishpat. To make, to come forth justice. In other words, he will make right to go forth according to truth. So, according to truth, le'emet, he will cause justice to go forth. Yotzi is from the root yatsa. It is a cow, it's a hifil imperfect, third masculine singular from vatsa. It was a pei vav word of a root. And yao C became Yotzi again, where the AW coalesced and formed a long holum vav. So, to truth, he will cause justice to go forth, according to truth, we could say, and how true that is in what Jesus did and taught. And then, notice verse 4. Lo yekhe velo yarutz. He will not fail, nor will he be crushed. Kaha, meaning to fail, a cow imperfect, third masculine singular, following the negative particle lo. And nor will he will not fail, nor will he be crushed. Ratzutz. Again, a cow passive form here. He will not be crushed. And then we move on to till, in other words, he will not be till he set right um, on the earth. Ad Yasim Ba'aretz Mishpat. Notice Yasim is from Sim. It's the cow imperfect, third masculine singular, until he place on the earth justice. And the islands wait for his teaching. Ule Torato iyim yeyahelu. That is, for his Torah, his teaching, the islands will wait. Another PL, imperfect, third masculine singular, from Yahal, to wait. So we see that all over they will wait for his teaching. And he's describing the greatness of Jesus Christ, I believe, seen in the New Testament. So the regions, we could say, of the earth, the isles, looking at different regions of the earth, will wait for his teaching. And that is true today. All over the world, people are waiting and studying the scriptures and around Jesus Christ. I'm going to stop there, try to hold these so they're not too long, and talk my way through the grammar and focus upon its New Testament application.